Welcome fans and friends, my name is 8-Bit Ben and today I am showing off the next generation of Bionicle MOCs I have been working on. This collection has taken a whole lot less time to make than the last one I had made. And how I was able to make this one was I actually just took the last collection apart and made new ones. And these are MOCs that only contain parts from the new Bionicle line, but people may say some of these parts are originally from Hero Factory, but I got these from the new Bionicle 2015-2016 sets. And so I'm going to do a cutaway here where I can focus on each of the MOCs and show you the features, and just so you have a better look of what they actually look like. I have been taking photos of these on the Bionicle community, which is a community on Facebook, and so yeah, I give those guys a shout out because they make amazing MOCs, and it's just cool to have a dedicated fan base for something like, you know, Bionicle, something that's been going on for over 10 years now. So yeah. So the first MOC I'll be featuring here is, I guess I can call him Ultimate Liwa, because he's like a redone version of Liwa from 2015, and he has just a standard torso, unlike the last one I made. But I actually quite like these older torsos because I don't know, just they make the body look better at times depending on how you make it. And I actually decided to use some skull grinder like shield pieces for his legs, because I actually thought it'd be cool for once. I mean, he is a jungle themed character, and he has standard like parts from his weapons, but I decided to use like skull grinder blade parts, because I thought they actually kind of suit him a bit more than the other blades that he originally comes with. So he isn't a bad guy, but he just looks better this way. I think he has skull grinder grabber parts. I don't know what you call these again. But these would help him glide a bit easier because again he flies a lot. He is the flying Toa to me, and yeah. So I'll move on to the next one. Next MOC I'm featuring is called Anuatina. I guess the backstory for this one is she is a daughter of Anua, and I guess having siblings and such would be a new concept for Bionicle. Although you could say the Makuta family are siblings in a sense, but again, this current generation of Bionicle, we don't really have anything like that, unless you consider the warriors to be related. She has like these blade things under her arms, which are her weapons, and there's actually a function with these. It's kind of similar to the old Bionicles from like 2001, where you could just do that, you know, and it's just kind of cool. I could kind of see this being a real set, to be honest with you, and because of this function, but maybe the weapons would be a lot different. So yes, that's Anuatina, and she has like this purple piece from the black protector set. Put this in her back because it just covers it up a bit more, and she has some skull grinder shell pieces, and she has the black protector stone shell piece things, and also I think she has the skull warrior chest piece, and obviously the what you call this thing, it's just like a whatever you want to call it. Again, I don't know the names of these pieces, so I just make these things. I don't really pay attention to names, really. So I just refer to them from what set they actually came from. So I'll move on to the next one. This next one is called Asria, and the name comes from, I guess, like Viking character called Asterix, which some people growing up during the 90s I think might remember, or possibly 80s. I'm not sure when Asterix is actually from. I know it's a very old cartoon. It was a very important cartoon for me growing up, and when I was going to make this Viking MOC, it just kind of suited the character, I suppose. I'll just follow the name there now. But yeah, it's a female Viking Moc, and I really like this design. It's actually an upgraded version of a Moc I hadn't really finished from the last generation, and man, it looks so much better. And the colors just sit this so much. Like, it has like an orangey red transparent pieces and transparent green pieces. Overall, it looks really good. The hardest part to make on this one was the head. Like this like creature head thing. I had to use like I think a ball piece here to connect these two here, so like the head could, you know, go on top of the other mask. So it looks like a helmet of sorts. It's kind of hard to adjust, but you may wonder why I have like different colored bone pieces here, and it's just because that was from the last Moc I was making. I don't think I really have another one of these small white pieces, so I thought I'd change it up for the other arm. And you have like a piece from 2016, I think it's Bahati, as the cover of the back, so that looks a bit better, of course. And so yeah, I really like this Moc, and it's probably my favourite from this whole lot. So we'll move on to the next one. Alrighty, here we have the next Moc, which is called Ultimate Ice Aimu. And Aimu from this universe can use any of the elements, so it could be fire, ice, stone, water, anything that the other Toa can actually use, or quote unquote masters, or uniters as they call them now. I like to still refer to him as Toa, even though they aren't called that anymore. But this is his form in ice, and I think it looks pretty cool. It's kind of true to the original form of Aimu, but it just looks a bit bulkier. And we have some Kopaka shoulder pieces covering up his shoulders, and we have Aimu's shoulder piece covering up his chest a wee bit. And just a lot of this comes from Kopaka, of course, because he's the Ice Toa. And I didn't use the Mask of Creation because I felt like this mask looked better on this Moc. So I didn't even end up using the Mask of Creation for any of the current Mocs, and maybe next time I'll end up using the mask. So we'll move on to the next one. Next up is the big baddie, I suppose you can call him a baddie, of this generation. He's not Skull Basher, or sorry, not Skull Basher, it's not even Skull Grinder. He's actually an original character made called Skull Gladiator, because he was a ancient gladiator in his time, and he might seem like a bad guy, but I guess back then everyone was kind of ferocious, so he's just kind of like a standard gladiator type character, and maybe he came back to fight the Toa, with him being a gladiator and such. I really like the design of this one. He's able to mix brown, orangey red, gunmetal black, and I just overall love this design. I mean, this bit here is interesting. Don't think I've seen this sort of thing on any other Mocs. Let's turn this wee Borok eye piece, which they brought back, and yeah, I mean, he's pretty cool looking Moc. He doesn't really cover up his back that much, but man, he looks really cool, I feel. But it could be just a biased opinion because I made him. So we'll move on to the last two. This next Moc is definitely not the best looking Moc I've ever made, but I was just working with the current pieces I had left that I felt like using to Moc, and so I called this one Kapora. It's actually a female Moc again, and she has a arm cannon, kind of like Samus Aran, or like a gun for an arm. It's kind of complicated, I guess, like a snowball cannon or something. And she is kind of bare bones because there's nothing covering up the chest here really, but there's a wee bit of function here. You know, you can move the arms a wee bit, you know, with that. And he has like 2 gold blade pieces from Tahu, which is, I guess, pretty cool. But yes, this arm thing is completely custom. I didn't copy this off anyone. I actually couldn't find a second hand piece which kind of inspired me to make this. I'm not sure where the other hand went to, so yeah, that's Kapora. And last but not least, we have the actual first of this generation I made. This guy doesn't have a name because he's just a robot, but he does have a very interesting backstory, which is he is the first step towards the bionicle beings, and he doesn't actually have any weapons, but he's the first like free moving robot that's able to, he has like AI as well. He's able just to walk around, act like a normal person, but this was like the first stage in Bionicle. Um, because like the backdoor I would say for Bionicle is that they used to be human, but then as they evolved, they turned to robots, and yeah, it's probably like a division of human robots and just standard robots of their own AI, which would be a cool story. Should totally be turned into a movie, by the way. But that's all the mocks, I guess. So if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe or like or comment, but you don't have to do that. I'm trying to aim for at least 100 people this year. It's been kind of slow getting subscribers in this channel, and I do other stuff as well, like reviews or opinion videos. At the moment, haven't really been into gaming that much, but I have been watching Attack on Titan, the anime. It's actually pretty good, in my opinion. So yeah, I want to drag this on. Like, comment, subscribe, but only do that if you want to.